King of the Road.
It's the King of the Road show, and I'm your host, Jim King. During the next 30 minutes, we'll be wrapping up our recent visit with the LoCash Cowboys at Starvin Marvin's Bar and Grill in Beaumont. Speaking of Starvin Marvin's, they'll be presenting Beaumont boy Ezra Charles on Thursday, October 14th, and as always, Starvin Marvin's has no cover charge. LoCash Cowboys are the dynamic Nashville singing and songwriting duo of Chris Lucas and Preston Brust. Their recent debut country single, Here Comes Summer, did well on radio, and the Here Comes Summer video made it to number 4 on GAC. Their new single, Keep in Mind, was released a couple of weeks ago and is now airing on country radio stations around the world. Call your favorite country station and request Keep in Mind. And ride shotgun with me as we cruise back to Starvin Marvin's Bar and Grill in Beaumont for the conclusion of our LoCash Cowboys coverage.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
Make some noise for Starvin Marvin. He's hanging upstairs right there. He is the Texan Jimmy Buffett. That is right. He's a good old boy, man. We appreciate you bringing us down here. This song right here is going out to all our ex-girlfriends down here in Texas. We got a couple of them. So let's do it right here.
George had a good one on that. George had a good one. So
he did, so we got one too.
But this one's called Your Tears Are Coming. Here we go.
Be looking good, nothing but blue skies in your neighborhood. They say you're tickled me ever since you left me, and now you're talking about me like you never met me. Your tears are coming like that, I told you rain like that. East Texas flooding like a Florida hurricane. You can't just hurt someone, not feel a thing. Your sunny days are numbered, your tears are coming.
But Jeffrey Steele's been a really good friend to you guys, and a singer. He's a singer-songwriter and, of course, a famous producer. And you guys hooked up with him at the Wild Horse in Nashville.
Yeah, he fought his way to the front. It was a sold-out show at the Wild Horse, and it was all girls, in the first 15, 20 rows. They were all screaming, tough job, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're up there singing, and but it was a sold-out night. It was a big night for us. We were, our adrenaline was going and everything, and we're up on the mics, and I look down to my left, and there's this crazy blonde-haired dude waving me down, trying to get my attention.
Did you know who he was?
Well, I didn't know who it was at first. I was like, there is security. We got a problem over here. This dude, it's all girls, and there's one guy looking kind of crazy over here. But then everybody knows that he's got a lot of tattoos, and he's got his son's name, Alex, A-L-E-X, on his hand, across his knuckles. And looked down there, man, and the light hit his hands just right, and I saw those tattoos on his fingers. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's Jeffrey Steele. Mm-hmm. And so I just ran down there, just without even thinking. And I left Chris. I abandoned Chris. He's on the mic singing a harmony note, I had the melody on that song, so I left, and Chris is just singing this random note, and I run down there, man, and Jeff was like, he didn't waste any time letting me know he wants to work with us, and he got it. And he says, man, you guys just need, some more songs. Let's get together and start writing. I said, okay. And we went to a studio a few days later, and, actually it took a couple months. It was about 4 months later we finally got our schedules to connect, and we started writing. And over the next 2 years, we wrote the album, This Is How We Do It. And it's not just the LoCash sound, it's the debut of who and what we're going to be in this career. So it was important to take our time, and Jeff was really good about not boxing us up too much and letting us bring a lot to the table, and so that was cool. Your tears are coming.
All right, so we're going to do some Southern rock. Lefty Biggs, drop it down for him. no huggy, no kissy, till I get a wet ring. My honey, my baby, don't put my love upon no shelf. She said, don't hit me no.
The LoCash Cowboys, Preston, got Chris here, and it's really cool that you had one of Beaumont's favorite sons help you out on your "This Is How We Do It" album, George Jones.
Oh man,
You know, he's from Beaumont.
is he really?
Well, Saratoga, but was
That's close
raised
enough.
here. He was raised here in Beaumont.
Claim him. That's good stuff. Cause,
We just talked to him on, what's today? Today's Saturday. So yeah, I guess it was Wednesday. We called him because a couple days ago was his birthday. He turned 79. Happy birthday, George. He's kind of like our grandpa.
Yeah.
He's fantastic, man. He's been, he's always been a mentor to us, and someone we look up to, the career he's had, and the ups and downs he's told us about. And we've become really close with him. And we took one of his private jets one time, and we started singing gospel songs together, and then telling stories about Frank Sinatra and Elvis and Buck Owens. And man, there are some crazy stories George has. So he's a big believer in LoCash, and we asked him, he's like, is there anything I could do for you guys? And we said, well, we'd love to have you on our album. So next thing you know, he's on our album singing a song called Independent Trucker.
This is George Jones. You got any George Jones fans out there? He's a real good buddy, and we're honored to have him on our album singing this song with us right here. It's going out to all those truck drivers. He's called Independent Trucker!
Trucker, he met my mama on a 4-day trip. And she swears to me I was conceived at a big rig dealership. Well, the story goes, the day I was born, he hit the road and he never looked back. Daddy wouldn't name me a big mistake, but my mama always called me Mac. Haulin', trucker-lugging through the rain and snow. Haulin', I pulled the hammer down and let it roll, son. My baby's all in, saying, baby, when you gonna come home? I'm an independent trucker. I'm mother-loving, overloaded owner-operator, just tearing up a 2-lane road.
See, I heard there's a neighbor with binoculars. And she's been sitting over there all day, binocular and us.
It's the King of the Road show, and we're airing our exclusive with the LoCash Cowboys at Starvin Marvin's Bar and Grill in Beaumont. More after these.